most important part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just show up and I'll handle the rest. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Ah. Whew. You can only do so much on your own, but with a group, anything's possible. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! Ah. Whew. Faster!
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. Did he escape or...
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you...
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Former? You mean, he's not a Harbinger anymore? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Nahida, are you serious about this?
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see—
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included— It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though the amount of information in Irminsul is vast, so I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any
Exactly! Or—
I understand. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings. Our minds have connected several times before. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against— If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answer, it's my pleasure, really. I was going to contact you about that. In fact, I was going to ask you this, even though he only has a fraction of his full power left. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through— Great. Prepare yourselves.
wow! It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess—
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But
Sounds like a successful run. I need to be quite clear about something. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists of— I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides.
Fine. Let's call it—
let's cut each other a little slack, shall— Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job—
You sure are
If there are no further objections, or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy!
We can start—
Irminsul access granted.
Is this a small sap? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him! Soul. Ooh.
Irmin's soul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Teyvat. Pick your jaws up off the...
Why is it that Paimon just went...
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Can you still sense where the heart...
Yes. Permission?
Permission granted.
Let's go.
Hey, so... what are you...
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion. Anything's possible in here.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irmin's soul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a...
Lesser Lord Kusanal,
Good, you made it.
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access...
The Balladeer's actually doing what they...
The rest is up to you.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the...
Traveler, Paimon... Yes.
Huh? What the... We can talk to each other inside our head?
That's part of it.
Paimon's never So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something.
As I've told you before, there's still some mystery. Perhaps today will be the... Well done. So, you made contact with...
Huh. Paimon's had nothing...
Everyone has a history, Paimon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academy.
If you mean the mysterious events...
Really? Because from what they were saying, it's some...
Oh? How interesting.
So the guess they got it...
Well, they guessed right about one thing.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must... Of course you do.
So...
Still looking.
Wait! How did you know?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery. Huh?
This light... It look...
Anonymous data.
Hey! Don't you forget the
Shh!
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are...
There's no one else who can enter the...
Is that so?
Whoa!
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have, under your leadership, as I understand, the forging industry with skills, blood, dream.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma, you allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that even now, you're...
You flatter me.
So you say, Escher.
My good
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. What have we gained from adopting? And recently, as you well know, none of the people who went out to get help have come back. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so...
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of...
You're well informed.
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you...
Enough, Ash. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. I'm in charge here.
Judging from the look in your eye...
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you... I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where...
You...
You're a little I thought I'd disguise myself exceptionally. It's a long... And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with...
It's no trouble at all. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my truth.
The Fatu...
Just to create a...
That's it. That's why you...
Look how even the righteous soul... My device functions precisely at... It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So make no mistake...
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us. He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine my... Think of me as a monster. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your Mr. Niwa? Already dead. What a pity. Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you.
Hey,
Dottore. Good.
was that... But... why...
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his...
Maybe so.
Does it? But this memory shows that you know very well what that means.
Let's give him some space.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident.
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. So now you have the complete picture. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, after the events, the load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace and the mechanic answered. Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. The mechanic removed the withered heart. The balladeer was stunned that such an he thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival.
Holy
Yes.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't.
Hey, aren't you
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does...
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset.
Huh?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. Plus, he only...
The heavens...
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria. I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to Did you get all that?
Yes.
Does this info count towards my
Very valid.
Good. In that case, I'll take...
Huh?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My powers... I shared a secret with you. And now you owe me. So in return, give me your... Can you hear my voice and... No, I can't. So tell me. Done.
Huh? What?
Nothing. So long. I suggest...
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer, those who died in Tatarasuna
Hey! Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects, but if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening it...
Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Oh no, he's really gone!
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault.
I didn't think he'd be capable. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated?
Where the heck did he go?
Don't be. It's not... We're running out of time.
We're out! And we're at... an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything... I'm sorry, but...
An emergency?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct...
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake. He wants to change the past? But surely that's right. You can't just... It's like... Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even... Ooh. Huh? Ah! Sorry, but erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really... Uh-oh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing... There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what... Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight. So, how about... Alright, Paimon will start... And Dre and Chip... Oh! Paimon was, talking? Huh. Is that a food... What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something... So, the balladeer. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but... Is everything...
Many ladies in the court of Fontaine like to spray their perfume onto a delicate lace fan, allowing them to generate a pleasant fragrance with each flick of the wrist. It's quite an ingenious method. would you mind coming with me to buy a copy of today's newspaper? Ah, now there's an idea. Oh, just a moment, please. I need to jot this down. Huh? Phew.
We made it to Amanoma Smithy!
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't. The once renowned the art of forging most of the great swordsmith, but fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha, if my memory serves me right.
Oh, yeah, we learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden
That, in fact, he told me that, as we are both, there is no harm in telling you, the Raiden Gokiden were the
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophe. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting up, knowing that they had just one the smith's death in his heart, powerless, alas. Finally, in his fury. But when he came, that is why the Kaedehara clan...
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places. On to the next... This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler, it's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not...
Are they out on...
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato...
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow...
We'll be heading in there.
Hello, dears. Of course, traveler. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very... As for the commissioner
So pretty much...
very...
Well, got any more questions?
You're very... Miss Kamisato talks about, I must say, many...
Alright, goodbye for now. Great! Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry.
All right.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep.
Very well.
Hey, I wasn't...
Sure you were.
Why are you making...
Oh, he said to Tarasuna.
Oh, is there something you want to know about... My name's Xavier. Certainly do. If there's anything you want to know, just ask. Like the back... Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma. Oh, I'm told that its history is one of the most...
A couple?
One was just in... They say he was a mechanic.
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier?
Oh, I didn't realize...
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten it.
What brought this on? Did you just... Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? I do know the word, Inazuman, but sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor... Of course!
Oh, really?
Oh, you're most... Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. Come on. All right.
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are.
We have time.
It's the same topic we discussed.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any Huh?
I presume you'll want to read mine as well.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler, remember how last time Akaba was saying how he...
What did you find out?
It's a long story.
Wow. So...
Well. So it all comes down to one man's... Ugh.
This new information...
Yes, okay, point taken.
And they're back at it.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us.
You're welcome.
Keep us in the loop if you...
Will do.
Off we go. Faster. Carving way.
Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment.
The balladeer? You look troubled. Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong?
So, this pup...
But how is he...
As the traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Nevertheless, it does make sense.
So, you believe this person really existed? And we...
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible the traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining
Paimon's having a hard time
I can only make inferences based on the Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share. It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died. Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, he couldn't keep hating humans after that. The story makes sense. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctors. That power then enabled him.
Yeah, it just feels so hopeless.
Please wait a moment. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that...
What is it?
A record from a personal collect. You should take a look.
Is this a fairy tale?
I authored this...
Huh?
When combined with the
Hold on. So this...
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki, changing the information, but Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance.
That's incredible!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the but if we connect all the different pieces together... There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family once in a while. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among them. The kitten too wished to become a fox. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the..." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. Never again would it cherish a single creature. How it wished to swallow. I will become the new moon.
We solved it!
I remember now. This isn't to become a god. This memory was extracted from him by creating a deity was just the first. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams.
It's hard to believe that this person really... Paimon has no memory of him.
The balladeer agreed to help me look for it. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important... We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own heart.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all so the answer is not everything. When you give someone to others looking on, never forget that and that is what you...
Yeah, Mihida's right. Cheer up.
Good idea.
You got it. Come on, Traveler. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can... What is it? Have you figured... Why'd you jump...
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill.
Hey!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't... Look, if you're gonna...
I wasn't paying close enough attention. I think you're right.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else.
No, please. I mean it.
You're welcome, I guess. But...
leave it to me.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want... You don't want money. You don't take...
That's right. We can talk more about that later.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay...
Let's ride! Carving waves!
Yeah.
Even though you say he's the balladeer? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should... Huh? You two over there. You've been following me all the way from the city. No, we haven't met. I have no recollection.
Are you...
Sorry, but I just can't take your...
a puppet?
Huh?
You were...
I guess you do know me after all. Look, I'm just a wanderer. Okay, but...
Are you really working for that guy?
Yes, I ran into him out...
That's...
Let me take these back. Then I'll come...
Then let's return to the city. Faster!
Let's ride! Need a surfboard?
Here you go, boss.
Oh, you really went and picked...
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me. But look, it was pouring down, and imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why's this guy traveling? But anyway, taking you in didn't...
But I don't... No. Then I suppose this is where we say good...
Don't mention it, kiddo.
Thank you. All right, done.
What's wrong? Huh?
Hello. I do apologize.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't...
You say that you're trekking across to Vat to train yourself.
Well, it seems more relevant, but these two claim that they know me.
I wouldn't call it the... I don't like to rely on using terms like...
Oh, like a past life.
Yes, something far more distant than...
Okay, I have to ask. Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't... If it's that difficult to talk about, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something...
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. You nearly died because of what other people did. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle. Actions rooted in persistence.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed.
In terms of the outcome...
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous...
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but...
If we were enemies...
This is so frustrating! He's got so much to answer.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memory.
Please, I want to see...
Even though it will cause your
I'm just a puppet.
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him?
Don't worry. Whatever day...
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise...
Oh, good point. Given your,
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Wow! I can join the team?
This looks like...
Right now, you're in a dream I create. These memories will show you...
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me.
We never give up halfway.
Alright.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation...
Is that because...
You...
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. No, there's no... You're awake. Huh.
This man is Katsuragi, deputy...
And the rest is history.
In the original version of events...
Let me get you out of here.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as the second-in-command at Tatarasuna, responsible... But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty...
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Off we go.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new join us.
Let's ride!
I was abandoned, like you.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make... He kept coughing all the...
But you can't.
Yup. We're
This child didn't have a name. After his mother died, after leaving Tatarasuna,
What happened to the
he died from his illness while he was still very young.
Hey! What's wrong? Say so! You promised me we could be family! The voices have gone.
Let's keep going.
Let's ride!
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or continue to drift endlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Neutralized!
Put you back into it! You can't run!
Check this out! Best of luck! Extract!
My duty.
This place is dark.
I'm in the original version of events.
Such a creepy atmosphere. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools?
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittle? Perhaps you find fighting in the...
What a funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you...
Save your breath.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it.
Surely you're not...
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and child...
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash must... Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't... Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? Forget it.
The plot does not end here.
Yes.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right? Witch?
Mother-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Can't run from death.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Considering that Amorta's sage
Welcome.
When do we start?
You seem impatient.
The biological...
Nothing worse than what I've been.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you. Alas, after that, you...
That was gracefully worded.
I suggest you speak to me in...
The doctor again?
That person gives off a very
It's normal for him to give you the creeps.
Let's move on.
You're a god.
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you,
In your eyes?
do you think there are any differences between whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life?
I've seen enough of my past. No matter the consequences. Can you return my...
Huh?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. As a puppet living in a human...
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous... Are you sure you...
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. But then I met you. And I finally realized that... I've always felt I have an innate so I beg you.
Very well. Since your mind is... You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled. This is... my...
Is he alright?
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end. This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
Questions? Be more human! Behold! At my command, Fury, you shall fall!
Insignificant past! Know your place!
Imbecile! What did you expect?
There's the tone of wait! But it was you inside!
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. You sound... But don't worry. Thanks to you...
The memory recovery seems to have...
Come on.
Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the Sixth is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul.
Yes, and I took pains.
Why would you go to such length?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over, but before that...
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's what...
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins... Oh, right. I almost forgot. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best help.
I'm glad you're able... Traveler, in the future, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened? I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, so that's how you found out who's fit. Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between...
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can... I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing. Some things in this world can never be brought back. Everything that you feel is real. To be human is to live with imperfections.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they?
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but...
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal.
Why?
Because
a name is life's first. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on...
No! Paimon only does nicknames! If it's a serious name...
Are you sure? Oh, alright.
There.
What about a nickname? Take your time. I don't need everyone who manipulated me.
You mean
the doctor.
Now that your stance has changed...
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them, even though the events have been erased from the world...
I see.
Huh?
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into... What's that look for? That day will come. Alright. Goodbye, wise deity. And you...
He's gone!
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime.
Yeah, true. But even so we can finally...
Thank you both.
I've got it!
You mean because...
Yeah! I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa the dark clouds had dissipated. Then, all these life is a...
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the time... Wow! Huh? Look at the Did someone break it while they were...
You sound lost, and I know why you are
Huh?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat, when a small animal, like a vase that falls to the ground. History does not...
The voices disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what? Anyway, that face feels wrong just leaving.
Yeah.